Welcome back to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And I am the real person. I'm not AI.
How would we know?
You might not.
We could be in a simulation right now.
And this is minute 16 of Fast 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
And this minute is where I thought the 2-minute time constraint was. This big bridge.
Okay, I see it.
So, I mean, it's been like 6 minutes since they said that. But I feel like when they wwere talking about the 2-minute time constraint, it was because there's a big canyon with a bridge up ahead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's probably been, what, 4 minutes? 5 minutes?
At least.
Yeah, and we skipped a week to talk about AI, which was pretty interesting. I hope you enjoyed that little break. And we're back to this movie here.
Exciting movie.
It is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, and here's where it gets interesting. We have Brian hanging...
And this is what's interesting about it. No, that's not quite how they did it.
Yeah.
All right, so the gas ignites, but it's not a giant explosion like you'd expect from Fast and Furious. It more just like catches on fire.
Yeah.
Flares up, and Brian luckily swings out and now is hanging off the side of the truck,
Like a gorilla.
dangling.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the train has picked up speed. And
It's
now
going
it's
faster than ever.
And there's scenes where it looks like it's going 60, and some of these scenes it still looks like it's going 20, maybe 10.
Oh, I forgot. I was going to say, why didn't they just stop the train? And then I was like, wait, didn't they say something?
The train.
Yeah, they said don't stop it no matter what, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that still doesn't make any sense.
No.
But
And this next part, we're going to have to dig into this a little bit here because this really doesn't make sense. So Brian's trying to figure out what to do because he's hanging off the side of the truck, which is hanging out the side of the train, and he can't jump off because it's going too fast. But they're heading towards a bridge, which they're obviously super narrow, and the sides of the bridge are going to clip off Ryan's truck and potentially his body.
yeah, this is not a bridge you want to run into.
Oh, no. Heavy steel.
All right, and the fire seems to be getting larger.
Now, Dom peeks out the hole. It's kind of a cute moment. Dom peeks out the hole they cut for the cars because he's got nothing going on right now. He's just hanging out in the train car like, what's happening?
Yeah.
The guy he was fighting's missing. So he looks out and looks up ahead and is like, oh, there's Brian hanging out the side of the train up there.
I think he's yelling Dom.
Oh, and then he's like, there's a bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, some more fire fuel
it just
catches
says
on.
grunting on the bottom.
Sends a flare of flames back, and Dom looks a little bit like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, he says, yeah, bridge. There's a bridge.
And so Dom's like, I need to come up with something. He turns around and looks behind him and sees the...
What is it?
I have no idea.
Oh, really?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's a Corvette. It's a C2 Corvette.
Oh, it's like the old Corvettes. But this must be like some
this is like the
hopped
first
up model,
Stingray.
though.
It's like
But it's got like the big hood on it. I feel like I've seen them from this year. This is like early 60s, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is...
Was there
Well,
C1?
mid-60s. Yeah, C1s were like... I don't know my dates too well. Late 50s. And I would have said 63 was the first year for this body style.
Okay.
Is it worth looking up or not really?
But it's like fancy looking. I have to assume this is some special model. The hood is like got some big cowl on it. The mirrors are all chrome. A lot of chrome on it. It's sharp looking. I thought it was going to be some like Mercedes or something supercar from the 50s or 60s.
63 was the first year of this model. I should do 63 Stingray Fast 5, and it'll probably tell us what this is.
Yeah, and like the other cars were like, well, I guess the GT40, very valuable.
It's 63.
Oh, okay, here we go. It's a Grand
Corvette
Sport.
Grand Sport.
And it just went to auction. What did it sell for?
Well, this was March of 2021.
Oh, COVID prices.
Well, this is 1965 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport. Who knows?
Grand Sport. That's what Fabian has.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
His is a C6 though. With
Man,
a
just tell me how much
supercharger.
just tell me how much it's sold for, right?
All right, so
It's
it's
expected
probably
to
valuable.
sell between 95 and 100,000.
Okay. I mean, it's no GT40. Well, that's
And
a
it's
nice.
and we found out at the summer screening night that Brian's Supra sold for 550,000.
Much more iconic, though.
Yeah, but a whole different class of people buying it.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Who's
the people,
buying that, though?
right? The people that are interested in that Supra aren't interested in this Corvette. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, the Supra is interesting because the car itself has a ton of value. Just being a Mark IV Supra, twin turbo,
Yeah,
or whatever, big single. But then being a movie sort of museum piece, what do you call that? Like where it's a collectible.
yeah, that's true.
I have to assume that's where a lot of the value came from. But like, what type of museum? I don't know. I don't feel like Fast and Furious is a big franchise, but it's not like a classy, valuable museum piece type
Right.
of like $500,000.
I feel like
That's
like
wild.
I'm a Star Wars fan, and they're like Star Wars is a huge franchise that has spanned 45 years, you know,
Yeah,
and it's still nothing from that franchise as far as
sold
I
for
know
that much.
sells for that much.
right,
You know what I mean? Like Darth Vader's original suit probably didn't sell for that much.
right.
Yeah.
And the Supra from Fast and Furious is almost joked about because it was like kind of ricey. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Where like, okay, it was fast, but it was almost like, I don't know, orange and the hood cutouts, which we
Right.
find cool now, but it's sort of not $500,000 cool.
no.
I don't know.
I guess you
Anyway.
can actually use it. I mean, people spend more than that on a car,
Yeah.
anyways. But
So Dom runs back, jumps in the Grand Sport. So
This
he's
is-
got an idea.
this is definitely the last car in the train.
So
And
somebody
by
wasn't
my
getting.
calculations, there
Wait
was
a
4
minute.
sets of keys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And only 2 have left.
yeah.
I thought
Maybe
there
we
might be one
miscounted.
more. I don't know.
I mean,
but
that's the back of the train, right?
Iowa's no one riding 2 up, you know?
Yeah. All right. So now we see the boss man, who we couldn't find before.
So he was hiding in the boxes, but his pistol's laying right next to him, and
Yeah,
he grabs
luckily.
it.
And the FBI guys say luggage car is clear. So that's the car before. This is the one that was wrecked into. You can see
Okay.
the damage here.
So that's what I was wondering. They must be running right past Brian.
Yeah, that's true. If they looked out the
And it's
window,
on fire.
or if they looked out the hole, I mean, this train, I mean, this truck should be in this image here.
Right. And they're not doing a good job because they literally say clear and Brian is in that car. And it's on fire.
It's on fire.
And they
we
run
get a little
past.
orange glow in the background here.
But they must run past the guy, the boss man with the gun.
Oh yeah, he's hiding really well.
And yeah, Brian's right there.
Like this thing is so far in that train. There's no way they could run through this train.
Oh, yeah. With the flames and. No.
Inconsistencies. Come on.
All right. With all the things Brian's done, I'm kind of surprised he doesn't just jump off and roll in the dirt.
Yeah. All right. So they go through.
Dom's in the car, just starts it. The FBI bursts through, point their guns at him, but then the boss man comes from behind and shoots them in the back.
Yeah. All 3 of them. Kills
Now-
them dead. Only helps Dom out.
Yeah, he helps him. Dom shifts into gear, floors it, and now is heading straight towards the guy at the front of the train car. Because remember, the hole is on the side of the train car at the front. The guy is standing at the front of the train car looking straight at him, and Dom heads straight towards him. It almost looks like he's going to run him over.
Yeah.
But the last second, Dom turns the Corvette and jumps it out of the hole in the side. I mean, he's 10 feet up in the air.
What an image right here.
I mean, you remember, like, so the train, they built like a berm up, I guess to keep it out of the water or something. And so the tracks are elevated
Oh,
a few
yeah.
feet. So, and then the train car's elevated. So when he jumps out,
But he's above the opening of the train car.
oh, yeah, he must hit a little lip and a little jump. That car would not handle this too well. That looks so fake right there.
Is that a person? Is that like a stunt man?
This looks like complete AI. I mean, they didn't have AI back then, did they? Ooh.
It hurts me to watch that car hit the ground more than it does.
That
him.
would break so many things in
Yeah.
that car. Those cars weren't light back then.
No, and they weren't made to take hits like that.
No. And look, his front bumper like crushed into the ground, and now we get a shot of it perfectly clean.
Oh, we got it.
And now Dom is driving in the sand.
drifting.
So, I don't know.
Like the GT40 was.
He's out. I think I know what's going to happen, though. He's going to go save Brian now. Pull up next to him, because all this time, Brian's still hanging off oh, boy. Brian is hanging off of the roll cage of the truck, just dangling above the sand.
Yeah.
So Dom jumps out. The guy did fire a few shots at him, so probably have a couple holes in this valuable car.
Yeah. That'll make it sell for less, probably.
And who knows? Dom may have been hit right in the chest, but you know how he is with pain.
He didn't even notice. He's so high on adrenaline.
They always do that in movies, though, too, right?
Right.
Where
they
like,
find out afterwards that they've been shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene calms down, and they're like, oh, you're bleeding. And they look under the shirt, and they're like, yeah, that's fatal. Right. Stay with me. We'll get you to hospital.
Yeah, he's
no, you
die
can't
in
go
the
to
next 2
hospital.
minutes. Yeah. I didn't know I was shot, but I'm going to die in the next 2 minutes.
Oh, look at this. Ryan got up and climbed on top of the cab.
Yeah. He's doing some real gymnastic stuff over there.
All right, Bert, they're heading towards the tight bridge, and what would you say? That's 200 yards away?
Yeah.
Okay. So now Dom's driving the car, which apparently probably not too good in the sand.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Probably has sticky, smooth tires for the track, and the train is going definitely 80 miles an hour now.
And
The front of the train reaches the bridge.
yeah. They don't have much time.
Dom
I would
is-
say like 10 seconds.
It's also important to point out the bridge is taking them over the Grand Canyon. There's some type of canyon,
Yeah.
so it's not like...
Like if you look close, you can see Evel Knievel in the background. Halfway over.
It's a big drop.
Yeah.
So even if you imagine Dom pulling up next to Brian, him jumping in, and them slowing down to a stop, they're going to be shooting off this cliff. So
Yeah.
what are they going to do?
Which if you've seen the intro, you
What
know
if-
what happens.
What if they tie a rope to it and then it swings them around and they take out a helicopter?
That would be cool. Dude, we should put that in a movie sometime.
Didn't they do that in like Fast 10 or something?
Yeah, well, the bridge was out. I think you're mixing up a couple.
Am I
You're
mixing a
mixing up
few
a
scenes
couple.
up here?
There was one where he ramped a car with a bag of grenades towards a helicopter and misses.
Whoa, spoiler alert.
But then you look back up at the helicopter and it's got a bag of grenades hanging from
He
it.
like tossed it in.
And then do they shoot it? I don't know if they shoot it and they all explode. And there's another one where there was a rope bridge
Yeah.
and the
He
bridge
hooks
was
on.
out, but like the handrail cables were still on. So he hits the handrail
No.
and it like trebuchets him across the opening.
Okay, so they haven't done the rope swing yet. Stay tuned for Fast 11.
Yeah.
11 Fast,
Fast
11
10
Furious.
Part 2.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so. I think they were doing... But did they call this one Part 1? I don't remember.
I mean, because technically Fast 5 is 4 Fast, 4 Furious Part 2.
Yeah. It's just a continuation.
Right. Okay.
Different story, though.
That's the end of minute 16.
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And don't forget to join our Patreon.
Where you can
Patreon.com/GrannyShiftPod.
win lots of great prizes, get a bunch of cool benefits, and obviously join us for cool events that we host.
Yes.
And support your favorite show.
Yeah. John and Jackie. Always remember.
Winning's winning.